Lately, I've been doing a lot of teaching. And teaching is great because it forces you to analyze your own playing and figuring out what you're doing. And I'm starting to have an idea of what I'm doing, so I'm going to show it to you today, or try to. One of the things I discovered is that I do a lot of licks beginning with an upstroke. An up, which happens on the downbeat of the accent of the song, and which is sort of unusual. Most people, when they're playing when they have a song going like this, they tend to go down, down, down. I certainly do that for rhythms, but for fast playing, I do a lot of ups. I'll go like, and that accented note is an up. And I want to start there. I like, when I show anything, I try to start really simple, because simple, if it's simple, it's easy, and then you're more likely to be able to play it, and hopefully to be able to play it fast, because in this case, I'm going to show you lots of fast licks. So this one has 3 notes, A, and then you have a pull-off. Well, actually, you don't. You pick the next note with a downstroke, so it's up, down, and then a pull-off. So it's 2 picked notes followed by a pull-off. I think even people like Jimi Hendrix would use this kind of phrase. I don't know what technique he used. Maybe he used his teeth. But you know, if you're
alternate picking, you just like to start with an upstroke.
But I also like to throw in hammer-ons and pull-offs. Yeah. If I pick everything, it tends to be kind of, I mean, I do that sometimes, but the most bang for your buck licks that I have are a combination of picking and hammer-ons and pull-offs. Okay. And this is how to get into it. And this is how to get into doing the upstroke on the downbeat. In this case, the tempo and feel I'm thinking is kind of a shuffle that almost like a blues, and you could go 2, 3, 4. Trying to find a good note to end with. You know, look around for good notes you can bend. Wherever they are, try to find those, because you have to find an escape from your lick eventually. The next thing, the reason I showed you this is I want to show you, I want to add 1 note at a time. Okay. I'm going to add a D note. So the first 3 notes are exactly the same technique, up, down, pull off, and then the D is played with a downstroke. Now, adding 1 note on seems like a simple enough thing, and it is. But the really magical thing about this, or the thing that will expand your technique so much, is you're now playing a lick on 3 strings. And if you look, when you play it over and over again, when you go from the G string back to the E, you have to skip. You have to skip over the B, like that. So focus in on my right hand there. That little move right there, it doesn't seem so glamorous now, but it's going to pay off in the future, which is coming soon. So there it is. How many notes? 4 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, over and over again. You can hear the downbeat happening on the upstroke. The downbeat. So that's a lick. Now I'm going to add 1 more note. I'm going to add the F. We're starting to sound very either fit in D minor kind of thing, or it could fit in A minor as well. But right now D minor is kind of sounding nice. Now this is starting to turn into a genuine shred lick, because those 5 notes are going by really quick. And the picking technique is really very similar to the easy 3-note one. You're doing the same thing, just an up, a down, this time 2 pull-offs, and then that final down that we did before. So I'm going to do something here. I'm going to play it without the left hand. I'm just going to do only the picking, which would be like... So if you can do that, which, again, that doesn't sound... I think most guitar players will hear that and go, that's not, that can't be hard. Da, 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 da. But the trick is to get that downbeat, or that, yeah, downbeat with the upstroke. And also to start controlling the tone of the notes. because you're doing a lot of pull-offs, it gives you time to, it gives you the luxury of time to start moving around different parts of the string to try to get the coolest tone. So you can start getting pick harmonics. And again, looking for places to end it is really important. For picking harmonics, initially I came upon them by accident, just by like if I picked harder, it sounded a certain way. So as you play it, I might search and find that one, for example. There's that downstroke. And you can just move it up and down the string until you find the harmonic by ear. And there it is. There's a whole mathematical system as to why that works, you know, dividing the string, but the best way to do it is just look until you find it. Of course, the thumb is touching the string, but I never thought that in my brain. My brain thought, pick harder. And as you pick harder, the thumb goes towards the string. So what the brain thinks and what the body does often, or I don't know often, but sometimes are two different things, and they just magically work together. So in my mind, I'm thinking, you know, just dig in. And by digging in, the thumb gets closer. So there's the lick, 5 notes. And now, the big stretch moment comes. Let's go to the key of A minor and pick out some well-chosen notes with exactly the same architecture as the first lick. By architecture, I mean how many notes per string. In the first lick I showed you, we have 1 note per string, then 3 notes, and then 1. 1, 3, 1. Here we have exactly the same thing. 1 note, E, 3 notes, C, A, and G on that G string. Picked with the down and done with 2 pull-offs, exactly the same as we did with the last lick. And then we've got a downstroke on that C there, so it's 1, 3, 1. So that lick to me feels exactly like this one. And it phrases the same. You can hear, if you keep a tempo going, it's going to match the tempo. Let's see what the tempo is. It's easy enough on paper, since we've done only descending, to add the ascending part. For example, if we go back to our simple lick, let's just go back up and run it up and down. And of course, I should explain the details because we are adding some more notes, so I should tell you how I'm picking them. This much is the same. Then another upstroke, 2 hammer-ons, and then back to our original upstroke. So it's really up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then if we do the big stretch version, the same exact picking. So it'd be up, down, down, up. And that's that's the lick that everybody thinks is sweep picking. I get so many emails, dude, I love your sweep picking. It's like, I never sweep pick. It's always this lick that fools people because it sounds like an arpeggio. It has the big wide intervals because of the string skipping, because of the wider strat. If you start adding those, you know, those tapping things in.